Boom! Muscle. It's a Silver Sneaker format. I'm your host, Jesse Swear, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor, and this is the Boom Muscle Edition, Part 2, Olympic style. So you're going to get a little more Olympic exercises, and you're going to get me, you're going to get lightweight dumbbells. Make sure you pay attention. Your rate of perceived exertion can be done in the seated position or the standing position, and you want to make sure you hydrate and get a physician's clearance before you start. Boom Muscle, action-packed, muscular addition blocks. We're using light weights, where I try to put all the different exercises and compound and compress the specific joints that we're targeting. And then you get your action intervals, where we're going to be doing Olympic style exercises, from swimming to shot put, and the secret one, which I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing, will be your third one. So let's get moving. Let's get grooving. It's Boom Muscle. Grab those light weights and let's get going. Here we go. Light weights, I'm going to put them in the supinated position, and I'm going to just curl them through, just like this. 1, nice and tall. 2, elbows are close to the side of your rib cage. 3, 4, and you're kind of creating a reverse V as you come up. There you go. One more time. 8, rest them down. I'm going to keep them just like this, and I'm going to shrug up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to go right side with the curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to go left side shrug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now left side curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now right side shrug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and now right side curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this time hold the curl 90 degrees right here like this, isometric, and shrug that left side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Rest the right side down. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold the left side 90 degrees, isometric. Shrug the right side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome job. You got through that muscular condition block, hitting the trap, targeting the shoulder, and hitting that bicep, which all go together and they're intertwined as you work out with me. Now, let's get to that action interval. Make sure you hydrate, pay attention to rate of perceived exertion, and you got it, breathe. And we're going to start with a shot put first, all right, while you're warmed up, or to get you warmed up with those hips. So there's a lot of pivoting with this move. So in the standing position, you're going to be in that horse stance. I'm going to act like I'm taking a shot put, which would be like a ball, and I'm going to go down to the side. I'm going to utilize 2 hands for this. 2 hands, drop here, and then I'm going to come up, but I'm going to pivot. So I'm going to pivot on not only my right foot, but my left foot as well. And it's going to look like this. Come back, drop, pivot. You can even step if you want and pivot, but we want to work on that pivoting move. Down, push. Down, push. So you're kind of reaching into that pocket, keeping a nice, good, firm base here. Even get your feet back to neutral, and then pivot both of them and push towards your wall. Or for me, it's push towards my banister. Now, carpet is going to be more difficult for you, but you want to definitely rotate that right foot with that right hand, because that right hand's coming through. As it comes through, rotate, turn, and push. Now, You also want to try to rotate that left foot as well, which is a little more difficult. And let's get moving here and just show how it's done. So it's almost a little stop right here. Turn, push. Rotate through, push. So you're just really working on that rotation and then push it through. Let's go to the other side. So we're gonna work on the other side. So now we're gonna take that ball, that imaginary ball to that left, rotate through, push it through. Good. How's it looking at home? Now you're noticing I'm keeping that right side on this time through stationary. So I'm kind of just dropping down, rotate, that foot stays that way, and then I push through. We will adjust and make it a little harder momentarily. Where you have to rotate both. So let's rotate both this time. Oh, a little harder. Come back to the front. Because you got to pick up both feet and rotate, which really becomes difficult because you have to go heel toe, push. And this is where sometimes individuals need to utilize something because they got to go heel toe so that their toes are facing that direction both, and then they're coming back on that pivot, push, back. Push, back, push, back, push, and back. There's your shot put, Olympic style. A little difficult. If you can't do it, do the best you can. Next exercise, muscle condition blocks. Let's get them. Grab those lightweight dumbbells again, and I'm gonna put them in front of me this time. Right? And I'm going to do a modified upright row. So when I say modified upright row is I'm not coming up as high. I'm trying to just keep those elbows higher than my wrists, and I'm coming right to here. So I'm hitting more of the lateral delt by doing this exercise than I am my shoulders, or should I say my traps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then out to the side. 1, long lever, 2, 3, and I'm just pushing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, turn them, supinate, tap. 1, 2, 3, reaching out, 4, so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, 5, 6, 7, 8, rest them down, back to that upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then long lever to the side. 1, 2, flapping those rings. 3, 4, I'm feeling this. 5, 6, 7, 8, turn them, tap. 1, 2. And I'm just showing that on that angle 3 so you can see exactly for what I am doing. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and rest it all the way down. Now, I did tell you that we were going to be doing swimming, so swimming is next for our exercise routine in the Olympics on this Boom Muscle Edition, part 2. And we're going to just stand here, nice, and we're going to take that right arm and we're just going to swim through. 2. Now coming off the shoulders, 3, you're going to feel this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, left side. 1, 2, 3. This is your glenohumeral joint. 4, ball and socket. 5, 6, 7, 8. Both of them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, get through that ocean. 4. Pretend there's something there. 5, 6, 7, add that resistance. 8, and now alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and rest. Now we're gonna go backwards. 1, 2, right side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know this gets more difficult, and 8, and rest them all the way down because you're doing both and you have to retract and you have to adduct those scapula together as you do that exercise. Awesome job. You got done the swimming part. Let's go to the last muscular condition block and then to our last Olympic style event, which is still a mystery, even to me. Grab that one dumbbell. We're going to just use one. Mine's a 5. You can just use a water bottle as well. You can use a remote control, whatever you need to get this exercise activated. So I'm just going to a little hinge. If you're in that seat, you're already there, and I'm just gonna lift right here and lift up the rest of the way. 1. So it's gonna look like this. I swing it to here, and I lift up the rest of the way. Swing it to here, lift up and pull through. Swing, pull through. Swing, pull through. Swing it, pull back, right? Like I'm throwing something behind me. Let's do 2 more. Swing. 1, swing it. 2, rest it down. Curl for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get centered here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now I'm going to push down, right? And I'm going to spin. There you go. We're getting to come back to this exercise. I'm keeping that left foot stationary. It is not moving at all. Right foot's doing all the pivot, and I'm shot putting through. There you go. Nice little shot put. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Pivot on that right foot. Left foot stays stationary. Left foot now pivots. Right foot stays stationary. Two more. Awesome job. Back to that front. Lift it up high. 1. Nice swing. 2. This will be it for us. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretend you have a bucket. 7. Hay bale. 8. And you're throwing it over your head. Whew. Last muscular condition block. Hydrate, pay attention to rate perceived exertion, breathe, and always get medical clearance. And please subscribe and like this. So hopefully you've worked on a few different moves where we pivoted and did a shot put to the pivot and pivot both to just the pivot and then pivot at the very end. There's so many different ways to be able to incorporate those types of moves to work on your balance and your coordination, stability and mobility all together. And hopefully I was able to bring those to you today. Last exercise, we're gonna do the hurdles, right? And you're saying, Jesse, there are no hurdles, right? We're gonna work those hips. And if you can't move those hips, I want you to move that arm and act like you're doing a hurdle. So I'm gonna just work on the hip. I'm gonna hold on to the banister. You can go grab yourself a chair. You can take this video out to your kitchen real quick, and all I'm gonna do is work on just getting those hips up, right? So I'm just gonna drive that right leg, drive it up, and I'm just gonna put my hand out in front so I can tap it like this. So it'll be looking like this, right? 4, almost 5, 6, 7, 8, and rest. Now I'm gonna go the other side, hold the banister, and now I wanna get my left leg, 2. I'm just driving it up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we wanna work on getting those hips up, but we want to also be able to stand nice and tall and do it. Although I might be leaning a little bit in to this wall to hold myself up, it's a great exercise for you at home to do, or if you have a high enough chair, where I'm going to do now modified hip movements, get that hip up, work on those hurdles, but I'm also doing a little bit of standing mountain climbers as well as I use this wall to just really climb and drive those legs up as high as I can. And in the process, hopefully, I'm alleviating some of that back discomfort. I'm working on the 3 parts of the hip, right? You got the hip flexor itself, you got the internal hip, and then you got the lateral hip. And what you need to know about both of those as I keep driving up and I keep talking to you is that the hip flexor itself brings the hip into the torso, right? It secures it into the torso. The medial part of the hip, right, or the internal hip allows you to adduct the legs, bring the legs together. And then the lateral part of the hip brings the hip into the glenohumeral socket, or not the glenohumeral socket, the acebellum joint in the socket right here, right in this area where you feel a lot of discomfort at times. So you got the hip flexor into the torso, lateral hip right here into that butt and the glute medial, and then you got your inner hip right through here that allows you to bring those legs in like this. And you want to be able to do all that one way. Stand here, drive, drive, 3, get them as high as you can, 4, other side, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you might hear some clicking. That's not a bad thing, as long as there's not pain and discomfort along with it, because what it's doing is it's moving that hip through the repetition and the motion that it needs to go through to alleviate some discomfort and pain and some tightness as well. Subscribe and keep coming back. Olympic style. Boom.